Welcome back to Exotic Car Play Place, everyone. Thanks for joining in on this beautiful sunny afternoon. Today we're going to dive into a group of cars that would be considered some of the ugliest cars on the street today. Cars that you wouldn't dare take your prom date on, you wouldn't show up with your high school reunion, and you also wouldn't feed it with a slingshot because it's just too ugly. Stick around, you're going to find out the ugliest late model cars right now. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Mark with Exotic Car Play Place. And today... Oh no, have you seen that? Oh no, what are those? I can't believe one of the ugliest vehicles, this is my number one, is the Cube by Nissan. Not sure what they were thinking. These high sides on it, total slab panels. Look at these undersized wheels. They're very underwhelming. You know this thing is gutless. How about those windows? Ouch! Look at the passenger window wraps around, but the driver's side window doesn't. What on earth were they thinking with the Cube? I'm not sure why this ever made it to the market. Thought it was a great idea at the time. Look at those windows, awkward. I can't imagine it'd be cheap to fix either. But it's just really, really awkward. Stands out in not a great way. Oh, well, look at that. Go figure. CVT, one of the worst transmissions available too. So not only is it horrid looking, it's one of the worst vehicles to drive on the planet. No power, bad transmission that feels like a video game, and wheels that are just way too small for the proportions of the vehicle. Look around to this thing. Even the headlights aren't particularly attractive. Oh, it looks like it's frowning at you. Look at the mouth on that. Oh, it's so cute in a nasty kind of way. It's the Nissan Cube. Oh no, oh for crying out loud, what? Somebody better go on the phone and fire this designer because he has lost his marbles. Oh my goodness, so what do we have here? We have a Ford Flex. Not sure what they were thinking. That grille, sure, it works with the rest of the vehicle, but the sad part is, oh, you have to advertise Flex. Because if it wasn't bad enough that this vehicle was memorable in its own way, I'm not sure if it was a van, car, an SUV, or even maybe a hearse. Some parts of this maybe wonder if it wasn't a commercial vehicle intended to be utilized at funeral homes. It's not the greatest looking vehicle. Obviously with the Ford decals wearing out, it doesn't wear very well either. Again, take a better look from the side. Sure, they go and put some fancy wheels on there, but I'm not sure what they were thinking, the overall look. And the worst part is these things were quite expensive. Look at those grooved panels on the side, on the doors. Sure, some interesting thoughts, but again, it just didn't work. Dual exhaust, wow, great feature, but again, it looks like a hearse. I would be truly embarrassed to drive such a vehicle. Yikes, not sure what they were thinking. Look at those C-style taillights. They were thinking of something there. I'm not sure what the representation was, but again, overall, it's just lacking some style. It's just too out there. I just don't believe it. I don't know what they were thinking with that one. Wow. And what do we have over here? A modern day Honda Civic. Now this isn't the R. The R is way overdone compared to this, but this is bad enough. With all these fake vents, you'll notice this fake wing on the back, and at the top window, you'll see that vent at the top. Just a little bit too overdone as well. Turbo, wow, that suggests there's huge power, but we all know better than that. Now it's an attractive color, beautiful wheels, and we know Hondas are synonymous for dependability, but look at the styling on the back end of this car. Just a little overdone for me. Personally, the front end, not a bad. This is probably the best angle of this car. I would agree. If somebody was to say this is an attractive car, this is probably the only angle that I would agree with. But then you look, all these cheap fake vents that really do nothing. Fake, fake, fake. Then we move along to the side. Again, more than overdone taillights and more fake vents. Just overdone. Why bother? Stick with the basics. Honda Civic's meant for basic transportation. Now what do we have? What is this? Easily one of the ugliest cars in modern history. We have the Toyota Prius, and not only is it ugly, it is the epitome of testicular torsion. Nobody in their right mind driving a fun car would even consider a Prius. Okay, we have the Toyota accents. The headlights are classic Toyota. Nothing particularly bad there, but if you look at the side, the panels are long. You've got that wedge shape, which is trying to be sporty, but it's counterproductive for what this vehicle is. Then you've got that plastic vinyl-y looking interior. Sure, the colors are semi-attractive, but you can tell the quality is substandard. Looking back at this, the wheels are too small. You've got that roof rack. Not sure what they're trying to do. You'll never haul anything with this thing. And that back end is awkward. Not sure what they're trying to get away with there, but that isn't a real pretty vehicle. Then we work our way around, of course. Again, wheels are way too darn small for this car. Just didn't quite get it right. I know they're trying to save the environment with this, but hybrid, yeah, right. Whoa, whoa. Oh boy. That is one of the ugliest cars I've ever seen. The Kia Rondo or Mongo, I'm not even sure what to call it, doesn't really matter. Look at those huge windows on the sides and the relative small proportions to the door panels. Tiny wheels, nasty looking rear end. There you go, Rondo. What a thing of nastiness. I wouldn't dare show up at my high school reunion with such a beast. But let's look around this thing. Now you couple that with a color that isn't particularly flashy. Front end, well, okay, this one's run into a few things, but to be honest, I don't blame you. You'd probably want to bounce off a few things. It would probably improve the looks a little bit. Not in a particularly attractive vehicle. Not something that you'd want to show up and advertise. What were they thinking? So here we have one of the ugliest vehicles in modern history, with the big mouth front grille, those interesting headlights. But this is one of those scenarios where people thought it was cute in an ugly sort of way. Has some weird styling defects going on with the rear tail lights. They have interesting lighting accents within the interior of the vehicle. There are some interesting bits to it, but easily one of the ugliest vehicles out on the market today. It stands out, and not necessarily in a great way. While some would call it cute, many would call it repulsive. And what is with this, the overall design all the way around? Sure, it's meant to sell to the masses. It's cost effective. It's not overly expensive, but it really is not particularly good looking vehicle. This Kia Soul. Sorry. Big mouth grille. The Pontiac Aztek is easily one of the ugliest vehicles ever manufactured. Sure, it came with a tent package available. You flip up the back, pull out the tent, and you had a camping experience mounted in one ugly vehicle. The worst part is, Pontiac figured that this was one of the best designs ever. They thought they were onto something. Also, can't believe this actually left the designer's office. Ouch, to one of the worst designs in automotive history. Thanks again, everybody, for joining to the very end. I know you enjoyed the content. If you do, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell as well. Click on this link. You're going to like that because that's going to give you some of the best luxury cars that you can buy in 2020. Thanks again, everybody. Hope to see you real soon. Catch you then. Bye-bye.